GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. Action, Dabatola, Toki in the zone. Breaking down the latest, straight to your phone. From Web 2 shifts to Web the waves. News, deep dives, hot takes for days. Tech's evolving, the world's in spin. Markets move, let's lock it in. Gen Z's here, no time to snooze. Tune in now, get the news. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show.
What's going on, my beautiful people? GN over here, because it is 8 p.m. in Dubai. We're getting to do this thing live in person.
First time.
This is a treat, man. This is such a treat.
Oh, not really. I mean, we did eat Denver, but not.
But it was
fully,
a little different.
yeah, a little different.
It was a little different. We didn't. Yeah.
Did we do actual live there as far as a GM live?
I don't think it was a real GM.
It wasn't a real GM live, no.
Okay.
So this is definitely a good one. And yes, we are on multiple platforms. I won't say the name of them because the algo doesn't like that too much. But if you can tell the little logo from Down Home Crypto, you can know where that's at. But you also can tell where this little logo is at. So yeah, we're having a good time. We're out here in Dubai. We got a ton of stuff going on. And yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about it. Let y'all know what's going on. Scott obviously told me that Bitcoin is important. So he wanted to talk about that.
Right. He did indeed say Bitcoin was important.
Bitcoin's always important.
Of course, it's always important.
Yeah. But we did have, do you want to pull the chart up? Let's just check it out, unless if it's handy.
It's always handy.
So this is a little bit, I think, of a surprise. Like with our time difference, we were, what was it? Was it like midnight last night? And we started to see through the
Some
night
movement?
Bitcoin go up. Yeah.
Yep.
So by the time we were up this morning, I want to say it was like 95, and we really saw some action. I figured when the
He definitely he saw a lot of action, guys.
when figured when the states woke up that we'd actually see continue, that there would be some more candles. So when I kind of tapped in and looked and see it's a little bit down now, I'm like, well, I guess it's just a bit of hype. But you know what? It's early in the week. This is conference week. It could go one of two ways. It could go completely to crap, like most conferences over the last few years, or
it's what I'm expecting, by the way.
So now you know his point of view. I'm a little bit more leaning towards that, but in the reality of things is that
just clicked up. It's like
what?
Yeah, a couple of dollars just went. So we're wrong.
Wrong? Oh, it just went up.
It just went up. Yeah, like from like 750 to 763.
Oh. I mean, it also went up to 765 and then back
down.
We're
back down. We're back down. We're losing.
Oh, 48. Yay.
I mean, look, I think we thought this would go a little bit more, but when you do the time difference, it is only like noon Eastern. There's still more time in the States for this to kind of bounce back up to that 95, maybe go up a little bit. But most of the heavy crypto people are on their way here.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if they're not already on a plane, if they're not already here, and they already haven't been awake all day long, and they haven't bought any more Bitcoin, I just don't see any kind of real movement coming out from there. I'm sorry. It's just
I agree,
so unlikely.
But a lot of people are on this. All right, things are starting to pick up a little bit now. Are we going to have some upward motion, maybe a new all-time high for Bitcoin in May before we usually see that summer. Now, I've been seeing a lot of that on X. I don't necessarily agree. It's very plausible to get to a new all-time high because going from 94-ish to what, over 108?
Sure, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. You could have a couple really strong days. Could it get to that and then sustain that? I don't know. I think if we have a big push up, we're going to see retracement along the way.
By mid-May, late May, you're expecting
that's like 3 weeks from now.
You're expecting
You're right.
I'm not expecting
That's right, 3
everything.
weeks.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm seeing this a lot online. Maybe it's people are very hopeful. Maybe there's a lot of hopium out there that based off of
maybe less hopium and kind of look at the facts of the global marketplace.
See, no, well, me and you, no. I think we're more on a line. Toki here and I are definitely more aligned because before the stream, we were kind of like BSing about Bitcoin and sort of like, you know what? I don't think we're really going to see those crazy numbers people are talking about getting to the 130, 150 or more, unless the economy overall improves, global economy improves. And the way we've been doing things from the state side with tariffs, no tariffs, and all these deals and no deals, it's just up and down, but pretty much it hasn't.
Some people would say it's an art. Some people would say it's an art.
It's an art. It's an art.
The art of the deal.
The art of manipulating the market.
Somebody got it.
Yeah, that's the art. The second book is the art of manipulating the market. That'll come out in 2026.
We can but hope. I guess from my perspective right now, I'm seeing similar to what you said. There are a lot of people who are hopeful about Bitcoin, but I just don't see the global pressure in any way, shape, or form. I don't see enough spending. I don't see people even actively trying to get more product from any other country. Even right now, when people are looking to China, oh man, I'm the first one to say it. But even now, you have it where no one wants to buy the excess products that they have. True. Because no one has the money. No major nations seem to remotely have the funds to start making these kind of progress. So if we're expecting May, even 3 weeks from now, to make that kind of significant progress, I just can't see it.
Wait, hang on a second. Weren't you talking that like Coach K was right? Did you like backtrack on that?
I think you're the one who might have said something about.
No,
Coach
you were
K.
saying there's not going to be any like sell off in May.
That there wasn't going to be any sell-off in May? When did I say that?
I thought that's what you said earlier.
On the stream?
No, off stream.
That there's not going to be a sell-off in May? Usually the summers is pretty slow regardless of the cycle.
But like usually have a big sell-off in May.
It really depends if we have a big movement up.
Right. And so what he said is that we're not going to see that. But you know what I just noticed?
So if he said that we're going to see that, do you think the reasoning is behind because Bitcoin is just going to sort of stay where we are right now, and we're just going to be trending sideways until economy, other things improve, and then in the fall maybe we go back up, maybe
Bitcoin
stimulus
checks to the global economy.
As much as everyone's like, oh, it's not tied, man, like
it is.
Open your eyes and like look at any bad day in the market, look at anything like. You know, just because there's a little green for a second and then you're like, yeah, like, you know, you got to go back and look because 2 seconds later, you're going to see that red right after it if the market's doing it. It's everything is tied together at this point. And, you know, I'm more in agreement with the going sideways and not seeing huge movement in May and just maintaining within 5 or 10K of where we're at now. Either way,
that's exactly where we're
through the summer. And if we don't see that movement towards the end of August, people starting to get fired up. Then the fall could be a little slower than what I'm expecting it to be. I expect big movement in the fall, but I think we need to see it early and I think we need to see it late August. We really need to see the indicators of that push starting. And then what you were saying earlier off stream about what if we have stimulus checks in the States?
And I think that's going to be a big catalyst for the price of Bitcoin is when those things finally go out. I'm
split on that. I think people who are in crypto are going to be like, oh, nice, my last chance to get in. I think most of the other people who have it aren't going to be onboarded. Honestly, I think that.
So do you think there's going to be a bunch of people who are basically like, this is my last chance to get in under 100K, and they're just going to dump whatever they get from Doge into that?
I think there'll be some. I think people who are ready might maybe in crypto or been following it but haven't got in. They really want to get Bitcoin, and then they got a little bit of extra cash that they weren't planning for it, and then it's in. But I think honestly things are different than when stimulus checks happened with last cycle.
Oh, they're absolutely different. But what I'm saying is that we need. It's the only
no, I
difference
mean, look what
from
happened
all the
last
other
cycle.
cycles.
Last cycle, it's like, here's some money. By the way, you can't go anywhere.
And you can't do anything.
And nothing's open.
Okay,
The
go
only
back,
thing you
go
can
back
do
further. Go
is
back
go
further.
on
though.
Amazon, your groceries, or crypto.
All right, we're 10 minutes in. I got to make sure I say this for the algo. We do want to cover a little bit of DePIN and RWAs, especially because that's I think RWAs is the biggest play in token this year, and I want to make sure you guys understand why and why I love the fact that RWAs are a big deal, and it makes me care a little bit less about Bitcoin. Still important, but when you start tokenizing things like planes, yeah,
I was about to
it'll be
say
okay.
the first person that we met or that I met when we ran into each other, met up at the what's it called, the baggage claim, was somebody that was here specifically for RWA with chartering planes. They've been buying planes throughout Asia. He was actually going to be traveling to China after this conference to do some more work, and they're buying with crypto and leasing out. And I'm actually curious to learn more about it. So we all swapped info, and we're probably going to link up at some point, and then we'll give you some insight into that in that example. So it'll be cool.
All right, you ready for that?
For what?
What I want to talk about RWAs. Are you done with Bitcoin? The answer is no. We're never done with Bitcoin.
But I'm looking at you confused because you must have just not been listening when I was talking.
I usually don't.
When I continued your RWA thing into the airplanes and the person we just met.
I was paying attention to meshchain.ai over here. He said hi on X. We do read all the comments, by the way, good, bad, or indifferent. If y'all are roasting either of these guys, I will put it up. I got the controls, so feel free. Actually, Toki, you have it too. Never mind.
Technically.
No, but
I could just rug us all by just closing the laptop too.
Yeah, don't do that. Last time my power went out, the last time we streamed on Friday.
Yeah,
right at 10 o'clock.
I came in as a guest,
That's
just
right.
randomly from my phone, and then all of a sudden your power goes out and just leaves me, and I'm like, I had no idea. I'm like, well, I thought that maybe I was lagging out. I'm like, well, if you're watching action, good. If you're watching me, cool. And just rambled for a little bit and then left.
Do you know what was hilarious?
The stream kept going after that.
And then I got on.
You did. I appreciate you getting on.
It still wouldn't let me close the stream though.
Yeah, I ended up having.
I know.
So
we made it work. It work.
The first word problems that we have over here, power going out, or not here, power going out by you. You know, honestly, power should never go out in California with how much you pay for power.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, maybe it went out because I didn't pay.
That's not your style. I don't think that's
with how many miners you have. I don't think you would.
I have 3 miners at my house.
So I don't think
his power should have gone out because he has solar too.
3 miners, like 3 kids. Get it? 3. Never mind. Anyway, here's the deal. Like the reason I was talking about RWA is because a lot of the events that are like good events happening at Token all revolve around RWAs, and it proved the fact that I was right when we walked out of the plane and like, let's go get our bags. Hey, what are we talking about? RWAs. When you check my DMs, who was in there? Kev from Propbase. Hat right there. Like it is 100% all about RWAs. Oh, Proppy. I got Ilko shooting me DMs. I got to reply to him. It's like, hey, you in Dubai yet? Like everyone that I like that's hitting me up, it's all revolving around RWAs. And like if I just go over my Luma just to see some of the events that are going on, it is a lot like real world token Dubai. So it's a good place for us to go. The Outex seems pretty chill too. So like there's a lot of RWA events going on. So why? We got to ask the why. Like that's the whole thing. Like I know that we can sit here and talk about this is hot, this is hot, this is hot. But ultimately it doesn't matter if we don't actually explain the why. It is the easiest way for us to be able to actually bring in money from the outside in. What's Kabilla? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go on X and actually tag them because they're going to be like, yo, what's going on? I'm guessing there is a post, right? Yeah, there is a post. Cool. Yep. But yeah, I mean, the RWA scene is just super hot because you're bringing in money regardless of what the price of Bitcoin is. And like, to me, that's a big deal. Like if you can do that time and time again, actually bring in value outside of what Bitcoin is doing, that's what's going to sustain our markets in crypto. and not necessarily be pegged all the time to what Bitcoin does. So you can't have assets that go up. You can't have assets that change. Should you send it express? You can, right there.
In your screen, you can share it whenever you want.
Oh, you got it up? What'd you get up?
I got it up.
I don't know what he got up, but yeah, I mean, that's
I don't
what's
know where
going
the
on.
conversation is going. Action was talking about pegging,
Boom.
you're getting pegged, and then you're talking about something else. I don't even know. I'm out of here, guys. This is not what I signed up for now. Back to RWA.
That was pretty
please.
good. More than RWAs, we got a question here from what's Kabilla? Kabilla is today's sponsors. They are building on Hedera. These guys are actually really awesome. NFT platform for Hedera. Actually, I probably might launch something on here. It costs literally pennies to get things launched, and they have some amazing features. Like, people might think I'm crazy, but NFTs are back. To a certain extent, they are back. People have been spending money on punks, like a lot of money on punks. Even AJ bought an ape.
Was
He bought two.
I think I saw something about there was it 370 something ETH?
Yeah.
went
For the
in?
punks.
Yeah,
That's right.
punks.
So hey, it might be a good time to buy if you're like looking for
Not
a deal.
financial advice.
If you're looking for a deal, because the price of ETH stinks right now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the price of ETH definitely stinks. But I think even with NFTs coming back, I think we're seeing I think NFTs are taking a different form. I don't think
Yes.
from last cycle you're going to get away with everyone just putting essentially a JPEG and driving the price up or whatever. It's
less about hype.
Yeah, it's going to be about like the community behind it, what alpha maybe if you don't have a product, what alpha.
Some of these
stuff
are
is.
so like for me currently, I have SFTs, so semi-fungible tokens,
Okay.
which means that there are a limited amount of that specific type of token. And so honestly, quite impressive. It's more used in gaming than anything else.
What do you mean? Like there's a can't you have a finite number of NFTs too? I'm confused.
So yes, you could have a finite number of NFTs and you could call it technically an SFT, but in this essence, when they're talking about SFTs, you can essentially, like for Sunflowerland is the game that I'm specifically referring to, they have these different units that you can get and they actually have utility that comes alongside it. So in this essence, like one of them is called the Foreman Beaver. And with that, I was able to get it at a very low price because of the current market. And then it allows me to essentially chop wood in game for free. I don't need to buy any extra things or do any extra work. It's just click on the trees and then I get my wood and I can sell that wood for in-game, like the actual currency.
So how much does it cost for somebody to get your wood?
So it's less about the wood itself. It's more like if I wanted to sell that SFT.
It's more about
now.
the personality.
Yeah, it's more about the personality of the SFT. Let's put it that way. For this specific SFT,
Sorry, we're 12 years old.
One that started out at $900 is now sitting at $1,700.
Okay.
That's good.
So for me,
Hey,
I'm actually quite happy with the progress that I've made. And this isn't the first time that I've done this in that game. Not only can you sell the different resources, but you can sell these very specific SFTs as well.
Interesting.
And so like I've been able to use the marketplace similar to how I use the WoW marketplace, where you can buy out different things and then put them back on the market just at a higher set price, and you can make your money.
I can see then therefore obviously more in gaming than anything. Yeah, you're saying
because there's
a lot more
use
use cases for it. Because if you have a game where you have all of those elements or all those, I don't know, gear or whatever you want to call it, you could have 5 pieces or there could be 5,000 different types of it, and then therefore that controls all of the supply, how it is. If you could reissue and put it back on.
I have this crazy Foreman Beaver, and there's only like 800 of them, so it's I'd say limited amount compared to some of the other ones where it's like 20,000 or 50,000. So considerably so. Now that 800, and it has some of the best qualities where you're not spending more in-game currency to buy stuff. It's just free.
All right, so let me see if I got this straight. Wait, what's more expensive, wood or beaver?
So if you're going to outright buy wood, you have to buy axes, and each individual axe chops only one tree. then you have to continuously buy access over and over again. With this, you don't need any more access.
So with a beaver, you don't need anything.
You don't need access anymore, and you can collect wood immediately.
That totally makes sense, right? Like beavers, they get whatever they want, but if wood, that's it's a little different over there. Personally, I'm a much bigger fan, especially after I explained it, of beavers than wood.
It's
what's
funny.
wrong?
No.
What are you laughing at?
Well, he was saying something. I was thinking like, well,
Ones
you have to
that-
keep getting access to chop wood, but in order to keep the beaver happy, like
You don't have to do anything. It just sits
that
there.
doesn't seem right.
It doesn't.
That's not the way the world works.
It's not.
I'm okay with it.
I mean, I'm definitely okay with it, but that's not normally the way these things work.
I will also admit that it
really
is a game at the end of the day. So
Wait,
don't expect it
it's
to
an
be-
actual game. It's not one of those things that they launch like, hey, look, this is like a pixelated thing, so it's a Web3 game now.
No, there's real assets, real mini games you can do beyond just the game itself. There's a whole bunch of different resources. There's crafting, there's building. Like it was surprisingly more interactive than I was anticipating.
Very cool.
Because if it can't hold your attention for longer than like 5 minutes, I usually get rid of it on my phone.
That's a very short attention span, but
For-
better than most.
For a game on your phone, like
yeah, no, I get it. 100% get it. All right, going back to Kabilla real quick. The main thing that they have a bunch of things. They have a marketplace, they have a wallet, but the Kabilla tools is really where it's at. They have a token that supports it. Token is really cheap right now. Well, something just dinged. Why I said to not disturb, and yet things are dinging over here. What's going on?
maybe you said a bad word.
I didn't say a bad word. No, that's not me. That is unlike me. All right, Mick Lund wants to know what the game name is, so I'm gonna put it in here for him. What's it called?
Sunflower Land. Sunflower, one word. Land is the second word.
Sunflowerland.com.
There's a space in between.
No, I was gonna. What's the website so you can find it?
So you are gonna want the Phantom app.
Fail.
Yeah,
Fail.
it's a fail. Sorry. I need to send a message to somebody about something.
Give me.
There you go.
Oh, you put it
All
in there.
right.
Whoop. Yeah, but what's the website?
It is sunflower-land.com.
All right, guys. I will say that is a crappy website to put just one dash. If you're going to use a dash, like do it right. There you go.
Can't even blame you for
Sunflower.
saying that.
Nice
That's true. Like if you're gonna use a dash, use it more appropriately.
So sunflowerland.com is where y'all go to do this. It's a little fun. Like I want to hate on it, but I can't. So there's that. Sunflowerland.com. So if you're wondering. Now, I will also say, I got to get this off screen. Let me go back to what you were sharing 1 second. Stay there. Boom. Hide. And we're back at it. Kabilla thing that I was talking about, the Kabilla tools is really, really cool. It's stuff that people charge a lot of money on, like ETH, for example, to do. But on Hedera, like you can literally say, I want to airdrop this NFT to any holders of this other NFT. Or I want to drop tokens to any of my NFT holders. Like the tools are pretty amazing. It's stuff they usually have to hire a dev for. The tools are just available on their platform, and it's cost next to nothing. For like $1, you can airdrop like thousands of wallets, which is insane. So they definitely have it right. So it's one of those things, like make sure that you're keeping up with like where the quote unquote hype might be, because there are tools out there that can actually help you even launch some things. Who was the glove? Who launched that glove on Hedera?
Man, I'm just getting super bullish on
Do you
Hedera.
mean the recent champ, or do you mean
Postmaster.
Yeah, Postmaster.
Oh, yeah.
did.
Postmaster. Postmaster, yeah. So he actually, did the KC glove
Mhm.
on Hedera as an NFT. So things are moving on Hedera quite a bit. I'm actually excited.
You're getting real bullish on Hedera.
Did you
over
guys-
last
The
year.
amount of events that they're like sponsoring here at Token is insane.
Oh,
Like it's
And the
so
tokens
crazy.
are doing
Hedera
great
Con?
too the last 6 months. I mean,
After AderaCon,
Oh,
things
yeah.
have just been picking
That's
up.
true.
And
That's
then
very true.
well,
beyond
they got the what's it called? That collaboration, or that, what do they call it, between Ada and with Cardano. They have that, which has also brought Hedera more into the
D-Rec?
spotlight. Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Direct Alliance.
And then the HederaCon was awesome. They had
Was.
really good speakers. They had like the right booths there. There's a lot of people building. There's a lot going on there. I think a lot of people are sleeping on them for a while, but this past year, like if you started getting in, like things are up really good.
Yeah.
Now.
Did you know that people are actually using Kabilla to watch the Hedera market?
Yeah.
So I found a very nice friend of mine who he used to work on Wax. And so one of his early days, he made a small Wax project and then airdropped it to all the wallets that he was watching.
Interesting.
And now, since Kabilla is actually making it such a viable product
Smart.
to do, there are people who are trying to launch NFTs and then put them onto specific wallets of known NFT holders. That way they can start watching their trades and just kind of getting into the Hedera marketplace on a deeper
think about
level.
this meme coins, right? Like that, they always want to airdrop.
Oh yeah.
So like if you know like, oh, this is a good collection, a lot of people have this one, I want to airdrop it to everybody that holds this NFT, you can do it. But you can also airdrop it for somebody that holds a certain token. So let's say like let's say we got about like 5,000 wallets that hold this one specific token. You can airdrop it to those people too. So like the tools go beyond just NFTs. It's like actual like wallet analytics almost, you can call it.
Oh yeah.
So
I would say
pretty
it's
cool stuff.
It's on par with, I'd say, like the minimum requirements of dev tools.
Yeah, that's not how people look at it. They just want to make money off of people.
Totally fair. For me, from the tech side, it's insane to watch something so cool be built and be so readily available to the public. So,
not only that, like their team is amazing. Like if you guys want to launch a collection, hit them up. They actually reply to people. They want to help. Like they do a lot of work on
DMs.
Not only answer DMs, they'll set up a call with you. Like they're such nice people, man. Like really, really great. And one of them just got married.
Congrats.
Yeah. So great. Really, really awesome people over there. What else about?
I think you're getting distracted by the messages, and that's okay.
Yeah, because Monkey Dude is like, wait. We are in the same room. We're in Dubai together right now, actually. So it's
actually dark outside. So behind there, that's this isn't just like a studio.
Yeah,
like the outside is dark. Like it's nighttime.
And you see the lights. Those are other buildings. We're right now on the 120th floor of the Whiz Khalifa, right?
We're at the Whiz. We're at the Whiz Khalifa. We're high up in the Whiz Khalifa.
This guy wanted to say the Whiz Khalifa, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're at the."
I always refer to it as the Whiz Khalifa.
But the problem was, it's like, now we just need to get inside Whiz Khalifa real quick, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was just walking along, confused as hell.
It sounds better.
No, getting inside Whiz Khalifa does
not
better.
That getting in, just using as Whiz Khalifa.
All right, so I got a fun question here. When Dubai tour, like the cool thing about the Dubai tour is that we will be streaming every single day at the same, bad time, bad channel kind of thing. But we're gonna accept
Friday.
Yes.
Friday we're gonna be a little bit earlier, and we're gonna be streaming a lot longer because GM Live is actually gonna be taking over and doing Karate Combat commentating guests like we did at ETH Denver. So it is going to be insane. We're going to have a ton of guests, and it's going to be dope.
It's going to be a blast.
I'm excited for it.
I can't wait.
I know we have some special guests actually trying to join us while we're out there too. So
what? Karate Combat? Oh no, we got a ton of people that want to join us Karate Combat. Like the hype is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about the I forgot about the 5 or 6 people that I already said, "Oh, you could join us," and didn't tell you guys about. So sorry about that. We're gonna have a lot of interesting special guests from around the world. Some big KOLs, and there's gonna be a lot of people joining us. And we'll be talking about the fight, obviously, but we'll see what alpha they'll drop or opinions they drop about market and other things too. So.
But no, it will not be a 24-hour stream because there's an after party, so you kind of have to shut down and take care of that.
What? I guess you're right. If you technically got to end the stream, you can't kind of like transfer it to someone else's thing to just keep it going.
I mean, cool thing. Toki is fighting, right?
Fighting?
I don't know. That's Going Dark's telling us.
Actually, the biggest update as far as fights that I know this week is actually with the CFN, and there was just an announcement.
Wait. Can we talk CFN? They're not paying us.
No, of course, our buddies are in there.
2 of them.
We talk about anything. It doesn't matter if you're paying salary. If we like it.
But it's funnier when I say they're not paying us.
When he says that and tries to throw me off. But the fact is that we got 2 of our friends, good friends, Keith, NFT Kid, and Heck the Snack, our boy Heck. Mm-hmm. They're going for it's a rematch.
They're going for making money
Yeah.
for punching each other in the face.
No, yeah, they're gonna put on a good show. They'll make some money for beating each other up. But this is the second one that they're doing. So the rematch is taking place, and it's gonna be fun. It was just announced today.
It's kind of crazy to think that Heck and I were both actively trying to pursue the BitLord fight, which is the one I actually did want to take. Medically, I'm not approved yet to fight again, so sorry, I'm not going to be fighting out this time, but I am looking forward to next time as potential. But yeah, after talking to Heck, and he was just like, BitLord won't fight me. And I was like, are you serious?
Well, I mean, look, say
the stuff you were saying offline. Go ahead.
What I say?
I don't know.
I honestly think BitLord not accepting that fight is smart on his part. I've seen and talked with him in what's it called? In Singapore. He was really wanting to get a fight with Ansem, and he was calling out a few other people. And he's in good shape. Don't get me, he's in good shape and everything. But you're talking about Heck, the
bare knuckle boxer Heck.
Yeah, like he's done multiple fights. He's training before the IFC fight in Thailand. He went back for like more than a month again.
His training sessions were insane out there.
Like he's putting in the work, and I don't think he said no to a fight yet. Why do you think he's back in there? He just fought. He fought a couple of times. He doesn't care. And I think with his history of fighting, I'm sorry, I just don't think BitLord's the right fight for him. Like I think that BitLord would lose, and
you think that BitLord basically is going to say no to everybody?
I mean, no, not everybody. There's a lot of people that he did call out in Singapore.
You can call out a lot of people. We've seen plenty of IFC people call out people.
No, but I mean, he would have taken the fights if the other people probably would have accepted.
I'll take a fight
in IFC.
I'll take I'll take the IFC fight like this Friday if George is up for it. What?
I mean, look, I know that you said that you would get in the pit with him for at least the past year. Ooh. I don't know if he would actually train and do it. I know when I worked at IFC,
I would do it without training.
He has some knee issues, so I don't think
I got ankle issues.
Dude,
I'm literally in pain all day, every day.
Well, we will see him, I'm sure, at the fight this week or sometime, and you could.
I'll try to get him on stream. Like, yo, George, come over here. Let's have a conversation. How's the IFC going, man? Who do you have fighting? By the way, do you want to get in the pit again? Like, because I talked to you about this in Singapore, but I never saw that video surface. Are you afraid to post it?
So Action really wants to get in the pit. Get in the pit. I'll be more than happy to commentate it. It'll be fun. I mean,
if you could commentate and corner at the same time, I would be so much happier.
Right. I think we could, though.
I think we could.
That would be the inside. That would be like inside the corner.
Ooh.
We have the headsets on, and we'd be talking to you what to do. You just got to put a little bit of a delay on it.
Maybe we need to do an inside.
All right, now we got to. You guys watching, a lot of you watching, don't repeat those ideas because we're going to execute now.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really awesome.
That is a good idea, though. I think we should. You know what?
I think I can.
I think you could. I'm pretty sure we could.
Did you just say si se puede?
Coño.
Season.
Oh man. All right. This is the best comment I've seen all day. When are you guys going to showcase what's happening at the Dubai event instead of rambling? We will do that when the event starts.
Like, yo, we got 2 days.
Yeah, so it starts tomorrow. Token2049 actually begins tomorrow, not today. Their events
registration doesn't start tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even say it starts tomorrow. I would legitimately say we have 2 days because we still have the rest of today and then tomorrow.
But here's a picture of the marina for you if you'd like to see it. That's the marina in Dubai. We were there. Yay. No, yeah, you're right. The event's not starting for a couple of days. We're gonna get videos and clips and all that stuff from the after parties.
So this
and
is
then
your
we'll-
time to let us know if there's anything specific that you want to see, because we will
That's what we
like
said last
I will
week, too.
yeah, that's right. Like we will literally go after and try to get you content that you're looking for. Like this is what I live for,
Look, yeah,
man. It's
go-
like actually providing value to other people.
Go to the
So-
token site, see who's speaking, see
Yeah.
who's sponsoring, drop some comments on Actions YouTube on the there or on the X stream.
Yep.
And we will be at these conferences. We'll also be at Sui Basecamp later in the week too. So if there's anything that you want to know from them, we're going to be meeting up with I believe it's some people from the team and,
Yep.
and a lot of project builders over there. So we'll get you whatever info you want. Just lay it on us. Right now we're going to be hitting up some of these I guess pre-events or side events and pre-parties. Go into those the next couple days. We'll get some clips. So for tomorrow's stream, we could show you what happened tonight and during the day, and we'll pull up some of that stuff. But yeah, things are just getting started. Most of the people, honestly, they haven't even got into
That's
Dubai
true.
yet for the conference. We came in one of the earlier ones, one of the earliest.
One of the earliest. There's like
Yeah.
20 people on my plane that I knew,
No,
and then
yeah.
a bunch more when I
Yeah,
actually
but
was
it's
grabbing
still
my
early.
bags.
It's still earliest because considering most people I know were getting on the plane either tonight, like Monday night
Yeah.
in the States.
No, that's true.
To come over to get here for Tuesday so that they would get a night's sleep, could go to the Wednesday pre-events because the conference mainly is, the main thing is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
All right,
So,
you said something that's important though. You talked about what's going on with Sui Basecamp.
yes.
Why? I know you were a little bullish on Sui. Why?
Why?
Yep.
Okay. So first thing is that last year when I went to Paris Blockchain, they had Sui Basecamp there. It was a smaller event.
What was the price of Dubai, by the way?
You
Back
can
then,
pull it up.
Pull it up because it was very low. We were there talking. We talked when I was there. I think on some memes like Axel might have been, but we definitely just looked at all the games, the DeFi, some speakers. But the thing is the event was very well put together. It was quality. It was and now I want to see the difference between last year now and how it's a smaller intimate conference to see what they're going to do this year. Not to mention all the new people that have come over and are building there. So there's a lot of stuff. Like I don't even think half the stuff that's big over the last few months wasn't even on the radar, like even nothing last year.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really good. Plus there's a couple projects. I can't even say that. I gotta stop because I'll leak out.
That's like me, like not being able to say that you're gonna have a new standard for NFTs on Hedera. Like I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I can't leak too much information because I know
I'm pretty sure Ty has said that already, so we're good.
I know
Did
there's
he?
some stuff
Okay.
going on over there.
Okay, good.
You know what? Maybe one day this week we might be able to leak some of the information that's tied to Sui. We'll see.
We'll
All right.
see Thursday.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see on Thursday.
Now, I did actually pull up the pricing, and I want you to understand, having seen what you were talking about for Paris Blockchain Week, and then us going to Korean Blockchain Week, and watching everything they did, the massiveness of the stage,
And that was in the fall.
and that was in the fall, and that was right.
That was 4 months after.
Right before things took off. We're talking like 50 cents or
But the
so?
thing is that you also got to understand that this last time around April and March, market was doing really hot. So when you look at this price, I'm pretty sure it was really good for that time period as well.
Well,
I don't remember the chart
let's
fully,
look
but,
at it.
share it and pull it up to see what we're at. All right. So here, sorry, go pull. Yeah,
I can't. He needs to scroll
Oh,
over there.
But just go over in that April, like a year ago, right there. Where are we at?
That's
with-
February.
right there. Drop somewhere down in here. In March and April, what was the high?
High for April.
Just under 2, 1 something.
Yeah, 150 or so right there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
150 or so, and that was during when the market last year we saw lots of all-time high, like Bitcoin. We saw memes taking off. We saw lots and lots of activity. Everyone was like, "Oh, we're here, it's going," and then things died off
For
the
the
summer,
summer.
Yep.
and then a lot of stuff really started hitting low. And then coming into this year, though, one of the biggest things when after that, post-election.
I mean,
hype.
we had that little hype. I mean, you can see it right on the chart right there. But you're right. Like
Yeah.
things got even more fun, I guess you can say, right?
And now we're going to see a lot of action, I believe. Boop. I'm
Sorry. Too easy.
So that's where at
It was pretty
356 right now.
Indeed, which is impressive.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, look
I
at
mean-
the candle up basically recently, and I think a lot of that goes with was there a Pokemon announcement right or
They've
something
had
sort of?
several different announcements for the
So
past few
I
days.
like shout
they're
out
getting ahead.
shout out to CoinMarketCap for like doing these little things. You can hover over that little purple thing right there.
Oh, it does
Toki?
tell you now.
It tells you a bunch of little things like what happened.
Yeah.
There's a partnership with Parasol.
And then also Grayscale launched the Sui Trust. And then in collaboration with Xpro for the MasterCard payments. So actually another step in the right direction as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's a good thing for sure. And it's nice to see like people actually building regardless of what's going on with the markets, right? Like that's my favorite thing to see is when people just don't stop just because, oh, the price of Bitcoin is down. They keep building. Like that's what I want to see more and more of. So pretty excited on that front. All right. Mick wants to know if there are any airdrops available.
Over here right now?
Well, we got to cover them. There hasn't been that many events, right? So as we go to these things, if there's anything crazy going on, we'll let them know.
Yeah, we'll just tweet
I
it.
have actually heard that there's going to be an airdrop during Token 2049.
Is it 1 inch?
No.
Okay, they did it last year here in Dubai.
Oh,
Yeah, they did they
okay.
airdropped some stuff. So we'll do this. Like if
we hear it,
not only if we hear it, like
Tweet it.
if they're giving
We'll
stuff out, just like we did with Quai, right? Like we
we'll pick up some stuff and then we'll
we'll
give-
share it on the stream.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that's the best way to do it. Everybody wins.
I
We'll
agree.
let you guys know what's going on, who's actually doing giveaways, and we'll give it to you. Win-win all around.
Yes.
I wonder if we could just get some cool gear and give it away while we're here too.
Gear?
I
You
mean,
shipping
Yeah,
it?
we could get a bunch of
I
swag.
mean, once we're
and
back to the
else. We could-
States, depending on
I
where
don't
they are,
have room.
I got half a suitcase.
You know what? We'll try to hit up a bunch of cool swag from different projects, and then you know what? On our streams when we get back, or maybe even beforehand, we could show you what we got. And if you're tuned in, you might be get a chance to win then, and we'll give out some free swag.
You never know.
That's the problem with coming to the conference. You got to leave like your bag half unpacked, and then like your stuff's all moving around, and then otherwise, if you pack like for a normal trip and come to a conference, you have to get another bag to bring all the swag back.
Oh yeah.
It's just
I tried that. Didn't go.
So
didn't go
what I
well.
I usually just pack my backpack full of my clothes, and then I just have an empty suitcase essentially, because the amount of times that I've gone to conferences at this point where I have filled up my suitcase is insane. Between sweatshirts,
coming back from Eat Denver was bad for me because I had like
Oh my
stuffed
gosh.
animals and stuff that were this big.
Oh
and
yeah, those
I'm
were
like
amazing.
stuffing them into my suitcase and closing it. I'm like, the zipper's gonna pop. Luckily, it didn't.
I had a few sweatshirts. I had multiple bags. I had, I think, like a pair of shorts, and then a pair of sweatpants. There was like a bunch of different gear. There was several different pairs of socks. Someone was giving out like knitted sweaters. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. No, there was crazy.
There was
amount of
really
stuff.
crazy stuff. But talking about airdrops itself, so Going Dark's talking about the Zora airdrop maybe. So with Zora, there were 2 snapshots that he took. One was like March. Let me see here, March 3rd, and the other one was April 20th. So they did 2 of them. So one from January 1st, 2020 until March 3rd, 2025, and then the second one, smaller allocation for March 3rd until the April 20th date that they put out there. So we'll see if something happens live in person, but they are known to
I thought they already did
drop
their
some stuff.
airdrop.
That's what I'm saying. Will there be more? Like, who knows?
Oh, okay. I just wouldn't. I guess as of right now, I wasn't expecting Zora to do anything else because they literally just did that airdrop. It was on the 23rd or something like that.
They did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there might be some more stuff. Anyway, y'all should take a look at CZ's profile picture if you want to know if things are bullish or not out in this area. You should pull it up.
CZ's in Abu Dhabi, actually, I believe.
Yep.
Probably headed this way to Dubai, but I think he was
Mm-hmm.
worked on some big deals and stuff over there, and I think some of his recent tweets were pretty bullish.
They absolutely were. And that's the thing. Like, it's not only a matter of paying attention to charts, to the market, but also the narrative that people that are influential in the space are actually putting out there. That makes a big, big difference, because you might not think it's quote unquote alpha. It really, really is. Even just knowing where somebody is makes a big difference in the space. Yeah. Cool. Not cool because apparently it sucked.
Oh, there you go.
The airdrop.
He wanted to know. He wanted to know your opinion. Your
What are you
opinion
gonna
was
do?
this is when it happened. He was like, just letting you know. It sucked.
There's worse things. There's worse things.
There definitely are. But
Getting no airdrops and being involved.
Do you know what? There's actually something else that I'm pretty excited for while here at Token2049. I know that at the last conference, they were kind of showcasing some of the new tech that was being made. But I've actually seen some of the new gaming tech that's coming out, like the handhelds.
So there's well, Solana has one and Sui has one. Is there more that are dropping?
I think there's like 3 or 4 different ones that are all going to be going live while we're at Token 2049.
really,
I believe so.
I mean, Sui has a new device, right?
So yes, Sui has
pre-ordered
their
the
newest
Solana
device
one.
that I believe is actually, like, I don't know if it's technically launching per se, or if they're just letting people trial it at this point. It's pretty cool though.
Since you opened that up, by the way, and it looked pretty cool. You're right, but this is what I have, quote unquote, a problem with. It's in Express. It's hit that up. You're gonna love this. Actually, Marky Mark the Shark is gonna love this one because I love hearing Toki talk about gaming tokens. I love how you can leave it right there. It's fine.
Oh, you don't want to share it?
No, you can share. Yeah. You can put it in the other tab. You're good. That's right. But the problem with gaming tokens is that they're just not performing. That's a problem. Like, it's always been extractionary, right? Like, you're literally printing tokens and people are just selling them off. They need to find better models when it comes to gaming, in my opinion, for this thing to actually be viable long term. Because right now it just isn't. It's not. In my humble opinion, you might want to zoom in a little bit. Here, Control Plus, next to backspace. Keep going right there. One more. Bingo. So here's what we're talking about. So this is the latest rally, and he posted this last week. This is Adrian. Adrian's the man. I hope I get to see him while we're out here. But meme coins are up almost 20%. Alts up 15. Layer ones are up 2%. DeFi down 7.5%. L2s down almost 10%. And gaming 14%. That's not a good look.
And I can't argue though. There's no reason why a lot of the gaming stuff should be going up right now. Like, most of them are creating Web3 games, and Web3 games are extractive. If you just create a game, then no one knows no one knows it's extractive. No one knows that it's a way to pull money out. No one cares if you just make a real game.
Yeah.
So unfortunate, but that's the current toll that you're going to continuously see from them. But it's a slowly bleeding ship for a lot of those companies because they don't know that they have a time limit on how long they're going to exist, and they self-induced it.
Agreed. So I am trying to pull up a piece of news here because I don't want to call him a shiller, but he's really excited about this one. Promax, how they're organized here. I'll put it up on screen so everybody can see what we're talking about.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta take it off screen. Sorry. Bring us up and then bring this up so you can read that out loud because I can't see that far. Promax will organize a private royal token banquet focusing on the future of decentralized technologies. Pro tip. Now, dude, I would love to know who you are. Reach out on X or like TG or something. This is definitely a piece of PR that was put out there. You can find it on PR Newswire. Very commonplace for people to actually drop some of these things. I mean, they definitely put out that PR piece. So it's coming directly from Promax United. That's promaxunited.com if you guys are wondering how to get there. I'm wondering if they have it on the website. So they did put out a PR piece on this thing. It's a big deal. Anytime you get this guy over here, where is he at? His Royal Highness Shik Abdullah al-Sharqi. Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
If he puts money in it, I don't want to say it can't fail, but it's set up for success.
Yeah, does not want it to fail.
I don't think anyone who's associated with it can now afford to fail.
Yeah, I mean, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah,
that's a very good way to put it. Yeah, because ultimately, guys, like, I will say this in the most humble way I possibly can. I love being the technologist that I am. I love looking at tech and going, this is so cool. That's a new thing. It's going to change how we do, whatever. It may go from healthcare to real estate. I get excited about those things. I really love it. But ultimately, when it comes to actually making money in the space, a lot of it is narrative and money backing projects. So I've seen so many incredible opportunities fall by wayside simply because they weren't hooked up with the right people. They didn't have the right backing. They didn't have the right support. And, really cool things kind of just fall off the face of the earth. But when you have big money backing it, when you have actually the resources you need to push things forward, yeah, it's going to do well. It's going to be a great experience for anybody involved, especially if you're able to get in early.
Which, speaking of that, again, getting in early, RWAs.
Dude,
This is still the
100%.
earliest that you can get in because it's only up from here.
Yeah.
I love Toki's financial advice.
I didn't.
You
that's
said
not
it's
financial.
only, you said only up from here.
I mean,
I like karate combat too.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I think that it's one of those things that people kind of forget about because RWAs are a real thing. It's going to be early for the next couple of years because you're going to have different people coming in doing different things in RWA. So, for example, water is tokenizing commodities, right?
Mhm.
Miriam's doing a great job. She has all the contacts when it comes to commodities, so she's basically onboarding one person at a time. Great way to go about it. You have Trilitech, with
uranium.
Tezos
Yeah.
doing uranium. So it's like different real industries that already exist kind of coming on chain. That's really what's happening when it comes to RWA. So here's the reason why I really love that. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but like when I got out of high school, I did eBay sales. Like
Yes.
I ran like a big eBay sales company. And I also taught, like I taught classes on how to do online commerce. And the biggest thing that I would always encourage people is do something you love, do something you know. And that's what RWAs are for me. It's an opportunity for people on the outside to look around and go, okay, what is it something that I enjoy? Well, find that on blockchain technology, on DLTs, on things that are being built here. Like that
So
is the
true.
easiest way for
That's
people
so
to
true.
succeed. Like when people talk about trading stocks, they're like, well, trade something you know, because you're going to be way closer to the action and understand what you're actually putting your money in or out of. So yeah, RWAs is like the biggest play in my book for anybody that's new to the space because they don't have to learn a completely new industry. They just can focus on what they already know and bring their expertise on chain.
And one of the best parts, more often than not, the RWAs actually have regulations associated.
well,
I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but
Even
they
on top
do.
of that is some of these RWAs, these commodities have value. They're worth something. It's not
No.
speculation. It's not just, hey, check this out. I got this balloon full of air and let's all, and then it explodes. It's like if you're tokenizing, like commodities, like they're worth something. If you're tokenizing a business that has a revenue stream that is already established, there is proof of if they are making profit or not.
Exactly.
And if they weren't, maybe they're just breaking even, but they're coming onto the RWA space and tokenizing, maybe that actually could turn them into being profitable by opening it up, making it more accessible. So there's making opportunity.
It cheaper to
100%.
transact in RWAs because that is one of the biggest points. You know how long it takes to do intermediary transactions between banks?
So you could save time.
It's
money,
more than
everything.
that. I mean, it's not only like making it easier and faster, but you're opening up the market to the world, which like there are commodities, there are things out there right now that you and I can't trade. Like uranium is a perfect example.
Literally,
you don't have a few $1 million to drop and get
on a single batch. You can't.
Exactly. Like when you really tokenize things the right way, you literally open up the markets to the world. And that's a really big deal because you're now allowing revenue to come in that would otherwise never be there.
Beyond that, you're now hitting all of the unbanked people in the world because they can use these DePIN or RWA devices wherever they are or wherever it's been tokenized, like in Africa. It's a massive deal because people have cell phones in Africa. They may not be able to access a bank, but they have a cell phone. And then right off the bat, that means they can have whatever kind of wallet that they want. And crypto, beautiful for them.
Yeah.
The amount of RWA that's coming out of Africa and the amount of DePIN devices that are associated with agriculture, associated with like tracking of whether it's animals or the weather or the water as far as like
Toki's like, shout out farm send.
Honestly, yeah.
They're good people. They're really good people. I like them. No sponsorship necessary, I guess.
And then House Files, like,
Oh,
if you need someone to
dude,
dial in on the
he's-
RWA.
Yeah, no, he's like tokenizing Kentucky.
Yes,
So,
actually,
like,
yes. If you see
oh.
KFC with a crypto token, you should. It's probably his. I don't know how, but anything that's Kentucky related, he's got it.
Do you know what is getting tokenized through Conduit? I'm gonna mute so you guys don't. I don't know if I can say. I don't think I can, but
You weren't muted.
yes, I was. No, but like that's a huge deal, dude. Like
How do you? I mean, I
because
guess
there are
you
sales,
could.
there are sales that are associated with it.
Like the guy who sold it 5 times.
It's that kind of idea, but like you're fractionalizing it.
Man, you got to be careful. You put out hints then of what we're talking
do you
about.
That's true. That is a hint. You can't say,
Mm.
yeah. You signed an NDA. It covers it with Genzio. So, yes, they're a client. Therefore, you're bound by that NDA. So, if something leaks, sorry
Not
guys.
on me.
Well, it's not even on me or anything like that. You won't see Toki around anymore.
Oops.
That I know.
So wait,
people,
does that mean Toki gets rugged on this episode then?
I guess so. It will make it
How
happen.
do I get run? We're all here.
All we do is push you off the camera and then close it real quick.
No, but in all seriousness, like we got a couple minutes here left. I love being able to do this. First and foremost, because I get really lonely and having people to talk to helps. But secondly, like it's actually having like somebody bounce ideas off and say, hey, am I crazy? Am I looking at this the right way? Because I love when these two disagree with me. And I can sit here all day and sound like $1,000,000 and pretend that I'm right about everything, but not necessarily. So having different
He
perspectives.
was right about the crazy part though.
Everybody knows that. But yeah, it's awesome doing this with you guys. I know the audience probably doesn't like it, would rather just see me by myself, but I welcome you too.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. Jim.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure.
It's on my channel. What are you talking about?
That's just because it's Monday.
You got lucky.
I got lucky. Okay. I got lucky. Gotcha. Anything else that you want to make? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love this guy. Dude, like you got to come to Dubai next time. You got to be out here. It'd be a blast. Show you around and stuff. So it'd be really cool.
Taking scooters all over.
Oh, dude, I got these two. Okay, I guess it's like we're
Scooter crew.
Where's the story time with action clip, man? Did we put that in the assets yet?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know.
Is
That'd be
it?
really funny if it's in here. No, we didn't put it in.
Hold on.
Is it gonna work? You gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. Here. This is the jingle. It works, right?
Story time with action.
We'll hit stop on that. So I don't know how to ride around in scooters with me. I'm the usually like by myself going everywhere on scooters. Doesn't matter if it's Austin, if it's Nashville, if it's here. And I'm like, guys, you got to check this place out. And scooters is the best thing because like you get to go like the whole way of the marina, get to see like it's gorgeous out here, and like scooters are the best way to get around. It's
No,
really
it was
fun.
fun.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Also, the fact that it was so hot out, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
finally being able to hop on a scooter, and you're like, I was sweating, but now I can breathe again.
That's the weather thing is kind of fun. It is 106 between 106 and 110 this whole week, really.
Yeah.
Looking at the forecast, but no rain. And last year we got
little
way too much of that.
We're not allowed to talk about that here.
No, it's okay. Like they recovered. They did well. They did well in the recovery. And if you were in the marina, you're fine, which is where I was. It just was a lot of rain, dude. Like, what do? You can't do anything. Like when it rains that much, doesn't matter who's at fault for creating that rain in the first place.
God. Allah. You never know.
Rug.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a hive.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back at the Genzio Media House.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.